The Cherry Creek Sports Network, in association with the Carter High School Activities Association, is proud to bring you Cherry Creek Bruins football on Ccsn Radio. And hey, everybody at Austin Field in Chandler, Arizona, thanks for taking some time on your Friday night. I'm Benjamin Paris, and here we are. Cherry Creek's travel game out of state. First time Cherry Creek has had the opportunity to travel since 2018 when they went to Santa Margarita in California. And tonight, it's a battle of two powerhouses in their respective states, the Cherry Creek Bruins and the Chandler Wolves. Thanks for tuning in tonight on Ccsn Radio. And we are expecting a terrific game as teams are just about ready to hit the field. We have a video entrance, some fireworks, some smoke for the Chandler Wolves. They're going all out. Of course, Cherry Creek Bruins flew out this morning, flew out this afternoon. And this game is set for a 7:30 local time kick, pushed back from 7 o'clock after what was supposed to be over 100 degrees at 7 o'clock is now just at 99 as we're going to get ready to kick in less than 5 minutes. It is a hot one here in Arizona. Let's get to know tonight's teams a little bit. First, your Cherry Creek Bruins 2-0 on the season, wins over Doherty and Pomona in the first 2 weeks, and the Chassa now poll this week came out ranked number 1 after being ranked number 2 the first 2 weeks of the season. Valor Christian beat an out-of-state team last week, but were leapfrogged by Cherry Creek in the Coaches Bowl. For the Chandler Wolves, this team's got quite the accomplishments. They're 1-0. They had their opening game last week against Centennial High School here in Arizona. They won 28-7. Here's what you need to know about this Chandler team. They have won 37 games in a row, which has given them 5 consecutive state championships. They won 3 6A division championships in a row in the last 2 years. They've won championships in what Arizona calls the open division, and what they do there is they take teams, the top teams from their top 3 classifications. They take 4 teams from 6A, 2 teams from 5A, 2 teams from 4A, and put them in the state tournament bracket and call it the Open Championship. And Chandler has won that title 2 years in a row. They're ranked number 14 in the nation by Max Preps. And if you're wondering about Cherry Creek, they're ranked somewhere in the mid-80s in that national poll. Both these teams are ranked number 1 in their states. And it's going to be a terrific matchup against 2 teams who both graduated a ton of seniors last year, and both teams have a lot of new guys stepping up and are getting ready to have their numbers called here tonight in this interstate matchup. It's going to be an exciting one. We're going to take a quick break here on CCSN. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. And everybody, back at Austin Field here in Chandler, Arizona. I'm Benjamin Paris. As teams have hit the field, and we are getting ready for the opening kickoff. Now here in Chandler, as we mentioned, just about 100 degrees outside. A packed student section across from me for the Chandler Wolves. And Cherry Creek showed out as well. There's quite a few parents, some students I've seen, and some Cherry Creek alumni are here as well. And Cherry Creek, Bowden the leg page, is going to get this game kicked off as Chandler is set to receive. And that's how this one will start. We'll talk more about this later as well, but Cherry Creek 5-2 in their last 7 out-of-state games. That's covered the last 10 seasons, all of the time that Dave Logan has been here. We'll be talking more about those out-of-state matchups tonight as Bowden the leg page gets us started here in Chandler, Arizona. And it's going to be taken on the goal line. And across the 15, just shy of the 20 is where Chandler will return that one. And they'll open up with 11:54 left to go in this opening quarter. So 1st and 10 coming up for this Chandler Wolves offense. And they'll begin under center. Going to be a toss to the right side. And the Bruins are going to swallow this one up. Just about the line of scrimmage will be a short gain. We'll bring up 2nd and long for the Chandler Wolves. And a sack for the Bruins on 2nd and long. Thomas Fisher's in there for the Bruins. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Wolves. We're going to mark it at 3rd and 18. As Chandler's going to set this one up with a 4-receiver set. Running back standing to the right of the quarterback. So they're going to drop back to pass. QB's going to take himself a design run to the near side, and he's taken down by the Bruins shy of the 20-yard line. Sam Pesner's looked to be in there for the Bruins. So Chandler is going to have a 3-and-out. They're going to get ready to punt on 4th and 10 on their own 18-yard line. As here comes the punt, a low one and a spiral is going to take a bounce at Chandler's own 40, and it's quickly picked up by the Bruins. And they're going to return this one to the 35-yard line, so they're going to begin with a very short field in this one. They're going to take on over 1st and 10 on the Chandler 35. Christian Hammond out there at quarterback for his 3rd start as a Bruin in the air. 19 for 28 through his first 2 weeks, has thrown 4 touchdowns in the air. He has taken one in on the ground as well. And in the backfield, he's got Keegan Holes behind him. Holes is going to get this toss to the right side, going to get over one tackler, and is going to get a solid gain of about 5 or 6 yards to set up 2nd down right around the 30-yard line. We'll mark it as a gain of 7, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Bruins. As Hammond in there in the huddle. He's going to set up under center again with Holes directly behind him in the backfield. 3 receivers stacked to the left. Now all 3 of them are going to go in motion to the right. As Hammond's going to hold it up. Holes going to go straight up the middle and get all the way to the 15-yard line. That will be enough for a first down and more for the Bruins. As 2 plays, 2 runs for Keegan Holes. Brings up a new set of downs for the Bruins, this time on the 15. Inside 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 for the 15. As Holes and Tan both been the backfield with Hammond. And we have flags into the air, lots of motion. We'll see whom jumped first. It's going to be offsides on Chandler, so that's going to set up 1st and 5 for the 10-yard lines now for the Bruins. So now the Bruins deep in Chandler territory. They're in the red zone. 1st and 5 from the 5. Bruins are going to stick in the same set. Holes and Tan both back there with Hammond. And head coach Dave Logan's going to take his first timeout of the game, as he usually does in the opening couple minutes of a quarter. Bruins have a great opportunity to get some points on the board right here on the 10-yard line on their opening drive of the game. 8:18 left to go in this opening quarter here on Ccsn Radio. Once again, Bruins taking their first timeout of the game. So out of the timeout, here come the Bruins. As Hammond looking to pass, dumps it off to Holes. Holes to the 10 and going to be wrapped down inside, down to the 7-yard line. We'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Bruins. Credit that grab to Arian Boyd, rather, as Boyd now lined up in the backfield. Hammond lines up under centers. Gonna hand it off to Holes, and Holes is gonna get inside the 5, and that's gonna set up 1st and goal for the Bruins. First and goal, mark him at the 5-yard line. So here we go, once again, Hammond underneath center. And we've got movement. Flags up, Bruins pointing the Wolves' way. And offsides once again, better be in the call. Half the distance to the goal from the 4. We'll put him at the 2. So now Holes will line up behind Hammond. So they've got Pollard and O'Day out there. Got to be a handoff to Holes. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal for Cherry Creek inside the 5. As Hammond gets his play call from the sideline. Bruins would love to score first in this one, as they normally do. they did last week in the Pomona game. They scored all of the points in the Pomona game as 31-0 was the final. Last week, 42-0, the final against Doherty in week 1. Second goal, handoff to Holes. Gonna power his way through and into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Keegan Holes gets the Bruins on the board for his second touchdown of the season. And it is 6-0, just about halfway through the opening quarter. That one fires up the Bruins fans here in attendance as Bone in the Leg Page is going to come on for the extra point. Shriram with the hold. It is up, and it is good. We have a flag down, however. We'll see what the call is. So it looks like the penalty is going to be declined, whatever it is on Chandler. So that will make it 7-0 Bruins as they strike first in this interstate matchup. Once again, 2 huge winning streaks on the line. 39 for Chandler, 25 for Cherry Creek. As the Bruins will get this kickoff again. This one going to be caught in the end zone, so it will be ruled a touchback for Chandler. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this opening quarter. As Chandler going to come out for their second drive of the game after the 3-and-out, which included a sack by the Bruins. And that set up the opening score. So 1st and 10 for Chandler on their own 20-yard line. They're going to stay this one on the ground and a couple-yard gain, perhaps 3 or 4, before the Bruins will take down the runner. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. It's time out of the shotgun. 4 receivers out there for Chandler. He's going to drop back to pass. Complete and across the 30 up to the 34-yard line. Now 1st and 10, new set of downs on the 34-yard line. Chandler going to go in the no huddle. Cherry Creek showing blitz. They're going to back off. So the quarterback is rushed out to the near side. Gets a complete pass for a gain of about 6. Quarterback in there for the Wolves, senior number 16, Ethan Moore. He did not play in the opener. Blaine Hippa did for the Wolves. As they get a jump off pass and a tackle's made by Tyler Tolbert to stop the receiver who had wide open space in front of him. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 yards from the 41-yard line. Once again, number 16, Ethan Moore, in there at quarterback for Chandler. Did not play in the opening week. Blaine Hippa, who throwed 3 touchdowns in the opening week, played. As they're going to send Receiver in motion. Moore with the handoff is going to be enough for a first down and more. We have a flag down at the 43-yard line. Chandler did gain enough for the first down. Line to gain was the 43. We'll see what the call is. Looks like this one may be coming back. And it's going to be a hold against Chandler. So we're going to replay third down. A 10-yard penalty makes 3rd and 3, now 3rd and 13. So 3rd and manageable now becomes 3rd and long. As Chandler looking to pass across for a first down and more into Bruins territory down to the 45. A 24-yard gain up to the 45-yard line sets up a new set of downs for the Wolves after they convert on 3rd and 13. As Moore, play action. Gonna throw a screen pass to his left side. And that one completed to Nishubuga. Gain of 8's gonna make it 2nd and 2. Moore's gonna hand this one off. This one will be stopped for the Bruins. Gonna be close to the line of gain, the line to gain rather. We'll see where this one is marked. And the officials will move the chains as they're marked down on the 35-yard line. Three and a half minutes left to go in this opening quarter. As Moore gets his play call. And we have it flagged down as the pocket's collapsing for Moore. He's going to be sacked. We'll see what the flag is, though, however. By the way, in the backfield with Ethan Moore is running back Jeremiah Moore. So we got Moores galore. Here for the Wolves. Flag is picked up, so sack is going to be pretty much at the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now for the 35. Moore hands off to Moore. And this one will be a short gain on the play. We'll set up 3rd and long after the Bruins stop the run up the middle. For the Bruins, brother Gus tuned in to the radio cast tonight. Thanks, Gus. And Moore gonna throw this one over the middle. Let's see where the receiver stepped out. Looks that he's gonna be just about 4 yards short of the line to gain. And we have yet another flag down, this one in the backfield at the 42. Roughing the passer gonna be called on the Bruins. Is gonna add yardage to Chandler. Would have been 3rd and about 4. Will give them a new set of downs as they're gonna move deeper into Cherry Creek territory with 2:30 left to go in the opening quarter where the Bruins lead at 7-0. 14-yard line inside the Cherry Creek run zones where Chandler's gonna set up this one. As Chandler tried to get the Bruins to move offside, now they're going to call an audible as Moore, who was in the shotgun, is going to move under center. As Moore got a receiver in motion, turns the corner, and into the end zone. Karan Adams is in. Touchdown, Chandler Wolves. We've got a tie ball game with 2:25 left to go in the first quarter. And there are sparklers out here at Austin Field. Talk about a touchdown celebration. As Marquis Wheaton will come on for the extra point. And it is good. Makes it 7-7 in this one. Chandler really picked up the pace on that drive. Looked to like the no huddle as they just kept going downfield. Bruins let up their first touchdown this season. I think that's going to be the first point scored against the Bruins in the last 4 games dating back to last season. And it is a hot one out in Chandler, still 99 degrees in this one as the officials are taking a quick break to wipe some sweat off of themselves. So Chandler will get ready to kick off to the Bruins after they get into the end zone for their first time today. As the Bruins will get this one back just inside 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1 here from Chandler, Arizona. A very short kick is going to be brought in at about the 15-yard line. And Keegan Holes ended up with that one, not the Bruins' usual return guy. Gets across the 20-yard line. Here he goes, Hammond. Dropping back to pass, has some pocket pressure. And he's going to go down for a loss. As Christian Hammond takes his first sack of the season, will be behind the original line of scrimmage. Will bring up 3rd and 11 for the 23 for the Bruins. As we've hit the 60-second mark to go in quarter number 1. As Hammond's in there in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers out there. As he's going to drop back to pass. Pocket collapsing again, moving out to the near side. Gets a pass, and it is complete across the 40-yard line up to the 43 to Ismail Ccsn. On 3rd and 11, a scrambling Hammond makes the magic happen to Ccsn. And that's enough for a Bruins first down as that will move the chains up to the 43-yard line. As about 8 seconds separates game clock and play clock right now. Half a minute to go in the opening quarter, 20 seconds left to go. So Bruins have to get off one more play, and that will probably bring us to the conclusion of this first quarter. But once again, Ccsn with a huge reception moves the chain for the Bruins to avoid them going 3 and out. And now head coach Dave Logan will take another timeout. We're going to stay with you here on Ccsn. We'll take a timeout after the conclusion of this first quarter, which is 13 seconds away. As Coach Logan didn't want to take the delay of game penalty, he'll burn a timeout with just over 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. By the way, we don't have the graphic ready for tonight, but as always, you can tweet us at Cherry Creek SN, me at Ben Paris04 on the Twitter. I can read those all game long here in Chandler, Arizona. Don't have as many things going on when it's just CCSN radio. And I don't know if he's listening. Matthew Anderson, shout out to him. We're not at the CCSN radio studios in Greenwood Village tonight. We are right here inside the Wolves Stadium in Chandler, Arizona. CCSN radio went on the road this week. We'll also have a chance to go through some scores from around the state of Colorado later on in the show. But now the Bruins are set to go with 13 seconds left to go as it's play action. Hammond moving out to his right side, looking to O'Day deep, and it's going to be overthrown, but we have a flag down just about 10 yards downfield as Hammond has faced some immense pocket pressure so far tonight. He's done some great job escaping it, showing off the wheels. Pass interference going to be called on the defense, will be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down. So that will move the Bruins into Wolves territory with 7 seconds left to go. In this first quarter, Bruins now get a set up at the 42-yard line of the Wolves. They started this drive back on the 23. So after the pass interference penalty, as O'Day was the intended receiver, he was the one interfered with. Back out there in the shotgun is Hammond, pocket collapsing. He's going to take it himself and able to get a gain out of this one. And it will bring us to the conclusion of quarter number 1. About a 3-yard gain for Christian Hammond. And after 1 quarter, your score 7-7. You're listening to Cherry Creek Bruins football on Ccsn Radio. Welcome back to Cherry Creek Bruins football here on Ccsn Radio. 2nd and 6 is where the Bruins pick up their drive that carried over from the end of quarter number 1. They're on the Wolves' 38-yard line. We're tied 7-7 in this one. We've got flags down just after the snap. False start here going to be the call this time on the Bruins. That's going to put them on the 43-yard line where they will have 2nd and about 11. Bruins on the 43-yard line as they get that 3-receiver motion going once again. Going to be a double reverse. Kyle Day's got it. And he's able to break 1 tackle and get a short gain, and he fumbled the football. Who has it? So now the officials are talking. We'll see if O'Day was down after before he lost the ball, and it's going to be Chandler Wolves football. The Bruins ran a reverse. Tan got the initial handoff. Then out came O'Day back to the near side, and he lost the football after he broke the first tackle. And as the second defender came in, he fumbled the ball. So Chandler's going to get the ball back on the 42-yard line, and that's going to be the Bruins' first turnover of this 2021 season. And those don't particularly help you. But then again, if you saw the NFL season opener last night, Tampa Bay lost the turnover margin by 3, and they still won the game. But the Cowboys had some special teams issues in that one. Anyway, back out here at Chandler High School, 7-7. After the turnover, Wolves get the ball back. They're on their own 42-yard line. As Moore's in the shotgun. A little bit of a low snap. Was hit as he throw for the Bruins. As the defensive line was closing in on Moore. And just out of the hands of a leaping Sam Pesnerds. 2nd and 10 on the 42 coming up for the Wolves. They're going to stay on the ground this time as Moore got the handoff. Has a first down and more as he'll get a 12-yard gain across the 45 down to the 43 and into Cherry Creek Bruins territory. First down for Chandler. It's more play action, going to throw that one. Receiver makes the grab, but we have a flag down. The receiver's wide open in the flat. Marte Russell, the linebacker, was in on the pressure. We'll see what the call was. As we're still waiting for the official call. Officials will appear to pick up, nope, rather 5-yard penalty on the Bruins, or will bring up second down. Chandler will burn their first timeout of the game. So before they snap it on 2nd and 2, Chandler burns their first timeout of the game. Now, Bruins have used 2. Chandler has used 1 in this one. Here we go out of the timeout. Chandler's going to line up on the Bruins' 35-yard line for 2nd and 2. 1:11 left to go, or excuse me, 11:11 left to go in this first half, as it's going to be a screen pass complete and enough for a first down. Who has wide open space to his left. It is met with a huge hit. Martinez Eli, that's what it says on Max Preps, is met with the hit. So that brings up 3rd and 6 for Chandler. See if the Bruins can stop them as they're on the Bruins 25. So the Bruins line up as they're looking to pass again. Pass is complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Chandler Wolves. We'll make it 13-7 with 9:32 left to go in this opening quarter. Completion was really only 3 or 4 yards in the air, and as we've been saying all night, Chandler's receivers have been doing some spectacular things after they've made receptions, and now they take a 1-score lead over the Bruins. Extra point is up and good. That's going to make it 14-7 Chandler. With about 9.5 minutes left to go in this first half. So Hammond kind of forced to take that step out of bounds as he was running out of time. So we'll bring up 2nd and long for Cherry Creek. 2nd and 9, 23-yard line as Hammond's still out there in the shotgun. And he's going to decide to hand it off. And it's going to be no gain on the play, perhaps a loss. After that handoff, we'll bring up 3rd and 13 for the Bruins. So the Bruins are backed up to their own 19. Third and 13 from the 19. As Christian Hammond dropping back to pass, lets up a deep shot to O'Day, and he makes a diving catch at the Chandler 40. A huge reception. It's going to be a 41-yard reception for Kai O'Day. First down Bruins, and they have had no problem with 3rd and long tonight. So now 1st and 10 on the 40. So the Bruins have had their backs against the wall on quite a few of these 3rd downs, and nothing's matter as they're getting the 3-receiver motion again, this time from left to right. And they're going to hand it off to Holes. He's trying to get to the left. Will be stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. The passing game hasn't looked bad for the Bruins. They've had some deep shots. Cece's seen some. O'Day just saw one. And these receivers are doing some spectacular jobs after Hammond is pretty much chucking them up as hard as he can. Here we go, 2nd and 10 now from the 40-yard line. As Chandler showing blitz, they bring it. As Hammond rolls out to his right side, and it passes intercepted. Hammond's pass is picked right off. And the Wolves are going to get the ball back on the 33-yard line. That will be the Bruins' 2nd turnover on offense in a row. A fumble on the previous drive. Hammond just threw his first interception of the season. So Chandler will take back over. 7:13 left to go in this 2nd quarter as the Bruins were beginning to march downfield. But their drive comes to an end. Once again, too short as a screen pass to the near side. And we have a flag down as the receiver got up to the 41-yard line for what should be about an 8-yard gain. We'll see what the flag is in the backfield. Should be a holding call on the Wolves, and it will be. So it will be 1st and 20 now for Chandler. So that will back him up to the 23-yard line for 1st down. So here we go, 7 minutes left to go in this 2nd quarter. As Moore hands off to Moore, and the Bruins are going to swallow that one up just about 1 yard forward. 2nd and long coming up for Chandler. As Chandler gets their personnel out there, as they are going to go 2 receivers on the top of the formation, 1 on the bottom. Moore has his running back to his left in the backfield. As Moore sets a receiver in motion. Gonna just hand it off, and it's swallowed up by the Bruins. Will now bring up 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 22, just about halfway through the 2nd quarter coming up for Chandler. Line to gain is the 42 and about half, so we'll call it the 42's the line to gain. Chandler's on their own 24, and now they're going to burn their second timeout. Second timeout of the half. As Chandler has the momentum right now after that interception. But the Bruins might be able to get the ball right back here. They could stop him on 3rd and 22. We're going to take a quick break here on CCSN Radio. Welcome back to CCSN Radio. Benjamin Parrish joining you from Chandler, Arizona. Chandler Wolves lead the Cherry Creek Bruins 14-7 over halfway through second quarter. 3rd and 22 coming up for the Chandler Wolves as they're trying to convert. Pockets collapsing, passes tipped. Receiver's going to get it back to the near side. They have the original yardage back and more as they're going to go all the way down the sideline. Scratch that. Looks like the receiver stepped out of bounds, but that will move the chain. The pass was tipped. Looks like Adams was able to control it after the Cherry Creek tip. And on 3rd and 23, Chandler will move the chains, and that is going to add on to their momentum. As another handoff to Moore. As he'll get across midfield for about a 6-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 2. Chandler will be on their own 49. Moore's going to take it himself. And we're going to get a flag down after Moore was going to the ground and the tackler came in. And we're going to call contact with the head. Going to add on 15 yards to the end of the run. Wow. Officials saying that Moore had already given himself up, had already began his slide before he was met by a Cherry Creek defender. So that will now move them up to the Bruins' 31-yard line. So Moore's under center now on 1st and 10. He's going to hand it off to Moore, who's going to move to the left side. Flag down. He's tripped up at the 15. We'll see what the call is. And it's going to be a 10-yard penalty for holding on Chandler. We'll back it up 2nd and 20 now. First down and 20. As it's going to be another handoff to Moore. This one stopped at the line. By the way, as we take a look at some scores from around the state of Colorado, Valor Christian leading Eastside Catholic out of Washington 31-0. That one's on ESPNU. Grandview leads Overland 14-0. Columbine leads Faith Lutheran 7-3. That one another interstate matchup. And back here at Chandler, they're up 14-0 as Moore's going to be brought down and sacked by the Bruins. We'll set up another 3rd and long. In the Holy War, back to some more scores around the state. Regis Jesuit leading Mullen 34-14. Pomona leading Doherty 38-7. Those two teams both lost to Cherry Creek so far this season. And back with you at Chandler, 3rd and 20 for the Wolves, back on their own 41-yard line as Moore's looking to pass. He's got pressure coming his way, and he's going to give himself up for the sack. Blake Purchase going to be credited to that one. He's pumped up, going to be another loss. All the way back to midfield, the 50-yard line will bring up what they're going to call 4th and 31 for Chandler. Now on that set of downs, the Bruins defense brought it, and it looks like they're set to get the ball back with right around 3 minutes left to go in the opening half. As here comes the punt. It's a low one, not very far. And it will be stopped at the 30-yard line of the Bruins. So they've got 70 yards to go, 2 minutes, 59 seconds to do it. And they've got one timeout in their pocket. So let's see if the Bruins can get something going and get downfield and get some points on the scoreboard before half. Now with 3 minutes left, Bruins, should be noted, are going to receive the second half kickoff. So the offense will head back out there, back-to-back turnovers on their last 2 drives, an interception by Hammond on a heavily contested pass on the last one, and the corner was able to jump the route and get the interception, and the fumble on the drive prior. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, and it looks like Chandler just stepped into the neutral zone, and that will move the Bruins 5 yards forward. We'll set up 1st and 5 now on the 35, so that will only help the Bruins. And it's apparent that these teams may be trying to guess the snap count against each other. We've seen quite a few offsides and false starts, and you'd expect to see that, and teams don't see each other too often because they don't know their playing styles besides what they have in film from the last 2 weeks, and you can't really use anything before that because of the dynamics of these teams have changed since last season after they both won their respective state championships. Tan's going to get the handoff on 1st and 5. Give him about a 4-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd down and a long 1. As the clock will roll on, 2:40 left to go in this first half. So the Bruins find themselves just short of the 40-yard line. Hammond going to be out there in the center. 4 wide receivers set. O'Day, the lone receiver, on the bottom of the formation. 3 receivers up top for the Bruins. Be a handoff to Tan, was trying to move left, get to the right, will spin across the 40. So on 2nd and 1, he's going to be able to pick up the 1st down. Clock will stop as they move the chains, but short gain, so they're already set, and the clock will move. So the Bruins not picking up the pace. They've got just about 2 minutes left to go, and Hammond's jogging off to the sideline, getting his play call from Coach Logan, and then sending it to the huddle. Yeah, so the Bruins are using a lot of play clock, and now inside 2 minutes, we'll see if they've been running the 2-minute drill in practice. As Hammond, with pressure, looking to pass, and that one's intercepted! O'Day was wide open and went through his hands and intercepted down to the 20 by Travis Roberts. Pressure was coming Hammond's way as Chandler brought the blitz, went through O'Day's hands, and was intercepted by Roberts. So Chandler will get the ball back with 1:42 to go on their own 21-yard line. So that'll be Hammond's 2nd interception of the game. And now Chandler is just outside of the Cherry Creek red zone as they're trying to add to their 7-point lead. As Moore's going to get the handoff, swallowed up by the Bruins. No gain on the play will bring up 2nd down for Chandler. They've got just about 90 seconds left to go in this opening half. As Moore's going to set up under center. Snap off with about 1:15 left to go in the quarter. And we're going to have a flag down after a short gain. So the clock will stop with 1 minute and 5 seconds on it. And we've got another flag. And this one's going to be against Chandler. Excuse me, 1st and 20, I believe. So 2nd and 20 will be the call. 1:05 left to go in the quarter. And now inside a minute after the offensive penalty, clock will restart. As Moore's looking to pass. He does. Low pass is complete to number 21, or 27 rather. That's Destin Johnson. And Chandler's going to use their 3rd and final timeout of the half with 3:15 left to go in it. We're going to stick with you here as we're inside the final minute of this one with 47 seconds to go. So as Chandler takes their 3rd and final timeout, 47 seconds left to go in the opening half. They have 3rd and 15 in front of them as the teams will come out of their huddles. As we've got a big play in this final minute of the opening half here from Chandler High School, where the Wolves lead at 14-7 over the Bruins. 3rd and 15. Wolves on the 26 here in the 2nd quarter. It's Moore in the shotgun. Has pressure, and the pass was almost intercepted by the Bruins. It's going to fall incomplete. Good coverage there from Angelo Petrides. And we'll bring up 4th and 15. Chandler's going to keep their offense on the field. 4th and long. Not going to try to punch in the field goal, it appears, as they look to the sideline for their play call. They've got time to work with, about 15 seconds on the play clock, 36 to go in the quarter. And now Cherry Creek's going to burn their 3rd and final timeout of the half to make sure that they're ready for this 4th and 15. Try to get the ball back before time expires into this one. I would assume if they do, they'd probably just send it into the locker room. They've got some things to talk about after 3 turnovers in this first half. .36 seconds to go, 4th and 15 out of Dave Logan and the Bruins' 3rd and final timeout of the half. Neither team has any timeouts left as we get a throw, which is going to be enough for the first down for the Wolves. They're going to move the chains on 4th and 15 after the complete pass to Destin Johnson. As the clock will restart inside half a minute to go, and they're just going to spike it down on 1st and goal with 26 seconds left to go on the clock. Chandler with another primed opportunity to build on this lead before they send it into the locker room. So Chandler didn't even try to get the play call. They stay in the no huddle out of the spike. 2nd and goal. 26 seconds to go in the half. They're on the 8-yard line. So Moore's going to move his running back Moore to the left side. By the way, no relation to those two. As Moore going to drop back to pass. Throws it to Moore, and he's going to be stopped just shy. He gets out of bounds. So the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go. We'll bring up 3rd and goal from about the 2-yard line. And now we've got a stoppage in play. I think the officials are trying to figure out if the receiver was tackled inbounds or out of bounds on that last one, if the clock should start on the snap or should have ran before that, but at this point it doesn't really matter. So the clock stopped anyway. And Chandler's already ready to go for their next play. Clock reads 19 seconds. And officials are still trying to figure this thing out. So the officials put 10 seconds even on the clock. And the clock begins on the whistle, so 8 seconds to go. This could be the final play of the half. As Moore looking to throw, he does! But he's incomplete as it falls out of his hands, but 1.4 seconds remaining will bring up 4th and goal. Some great pass coverage there from the Bruins as Chandler was literally knocking on the door of the end zone. And it appears that they're going to bring out the field goal team, 4th and goal with 1.4 to go. Try to make this one a 10-point lead to send it to the half. As this one should just be a chip shot. It's going to be about a 19-yarder. It is up, and it's going to just sneak inside the left goal post. It is good. We'll make it 17-7 at halftime. Your score at the half, Cherry Creek Bruins 7, Chandler Wolves 17. We're going to send it into a quick break here on CCSN Radio. We'll be back with some thoughts at the half. You're listening to Cherry Creek Bruins football on CCSN Radio. back to Ccsn Radio. We're joined at the halftime with former Cherry Creek health teacher and Cherry Creek legend Mark Goldsberry. Golds, first thing that everyone wants to know, how's retirement?
Retirement's great. It's been nice to be able to get away. I'll be honest, though, I miss the kids and hanging around them in class, but it's given me a chance to go do some other things that I haven't been able to do while I was teaching, and I'm still going to coach baseball this year, but other than that, it's been nice to get a chance to relax and take a break.
It looks like you're on a little of a mini vacation, made the trip out to Arizona this weekend. What brings you out here?
I came with Coach Brookhart, who used to be the head basketball coach at Cherry Creek, and we saw the schedule, and my parents live down here now, and just saw it as a great opportunity to come down and catch Cherry Creek Bruins playing a little football and see my parents. So Coach Brookhart and I came down yesterday.
Gold, something we always think about when we think about football season in Colorado is in November and December, we start to think about snow. It's 97 right here, about 100 degrees at kickoff. What do you think of that?
Well, it's a little different climate here for sure. But coaching baseball in some warm climates over the years during the summer, you kind of get used to it. And it'll be very interesting, I think, to see what happens to our kids third and fourth quarter with this heat. And how they handle that. So it's definitely warm, a lot different than Denver.
Chandler up 17-7 at halftime. They come to the game with a 39-game winning streak. Bruins with a 25-game win streak. A lot of winning between these two programs. Only one team can win tonight. What's your any analysis on the first half?
I think we had a good start. I didn't realize how fast Chandler is. They got some really great athletes. Obviously, these are two tradition-rich programs, and it's great to see them to get a chance to play each other. But I think if we can negate some of their speed and not let them get outside of us and put a few points on the board early in the third quarter, I think we have a good chance.
I know that you've been on your fair share of Cherry Creek athletic trips out of state over the years. As much as this is a game, what do you think this experience really means for the players and bonding and getting to go on the road with, with their friends?
I think it's a great chance to get to know your teammates a little better when you stay a night in a hotel and you fly together and all those type of things. So camaraderie, I think, gets bigger and you come together as a group. I think it's also nice to let our Colorado kids see football from a different state and see what the level of football is, just a state away from us. And so these experiences are invaluable. It's an extension of the classroom, and it's a great learning time for the student athlete.
This next question doesn't mean to age you, but the top three teams in the state, Creek's obviously playing out here in Arizona. Valor's on ESPN. You tonight, they're hosting an out-of-state opponent. Third-ranked team in the state. Columbine is playing an out-of-state opponent. How have you seen kind of football in Colorado change over your time at Creek?
Well, it's an indication of where high school sports has gone. There's no longer the time of just staying in your home state and playing the local teams close to your school. It's really become a thing where the top programs all over the country are now taking turns visiting each other and playing the best competition you can play. And I would say in the last 5 to 10 years, that's really taken off. And I think you see that here tonight, and along with those other two games that are also taking place.
One more question, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. What does Bishop Sycamore mean to you?
Bishop Sycamore, how do I know that?
That's the team that doesn't really exist.
Well, they're good. They haven't lost. And they have some phenomenal players, and their Twitter account and Instagram account is amazing. I am going to try and catch one of their games in person, though.
So we'll see. Maybe the next out-of-state trip will feature Bishop Sycamore. You never know. Golds, thanks for your time. Hope you're having a great trip and enjoying your time out here. Thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
everybody? Welcome back to Ccsn Radio here in Chandler, Arizona. We're getting ready for half number 2. The Bruins trail 17-7, are set to receive the second half kickoff. Let's recap our first half real quick. Bruins open the scoring with a Keegan Holes rushing touchdown. Chandler then went on to match the Bruins. They went downfield, scored. Bruins have then had 3 consecutive offensive turnovers, and Chandler scored on 2 of 3 of those, getting 10 points off of turnovers. They scored a touchdown and a field goal to end that second half, field goal coming on the final play of the half. 19-yarder was up and good. So Bruins offense, I'm sure they talked about plenty of things in the locker room. And they're going to come out here, hopefully make some adjustments. 10 points out of it, they're still very much in this game against this Chandler powerhouse that has been the team to be in Arizona over the past, really, 5 or 6 years. And here we go, Johnson and O'Day back there to receive for the Bruins, as Chandler's going to get us kicked off. Half number 2 is now underway here on Ccsn Radio. That one took a bounce, and it's going out of bounds. Flag there. Looks like the Bruins should take over on the 40-yard line, which is some pretty good field position for their first drive of the second half. So ball will be placed on the 35 rather than the 40. So Bruins will start on the 35-yard line rather, as they'll get the first play from scrimmage in half number 2 underway after they come out of the locker room. Your temperature to begin the second half is 97 degrees. And Hammond will begin this one from under center. Bruins going to keep this one on the ground. Handoff to Holes. We'll bring up a short gain. Bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Bruins. They get it up from the 35 to the 37-yard line. Holes 1 touchdown entering the game. 72 total rushing yards entering tonight's game as well for Holes. Second and 8 for the Bruins. Hammond once again going to be under center, as the Chandler O-line just got straight through the Bruins, and that's their D-line rather. Get a mark it down as a loss. Will bring up 3rd and 10 for Cherry Creek. Their D-line just went straight through the Bruins. So it will bring up 3rd down and long for the Bruins, trying to avoid a 3-and-out on their first drive of the second half. As Chandler bringing the blitz. Dump it off to Holes. Holes not able to break the tackle. We'll get about a 5-yard gain. We got a flag in the backfield. Hammond went down after he thrown. Officials not hesitant to call the roughing the passer. If it's that for the Bruins, that will help them out certainly. The Bruins had one of those calls go against them earlier on the game, and that's exactly going to be it. Roughing the passer will add 15 yards to the end of that play, and that's enough for a Bruins first down. The Bruins on 3rd and long have converted quite well. If the Bruins played as well on first and 2nd down, and they've been playing on 3rd and long tonight, I mean, they would have scored probably 5 or 6 touchdowns by now, because their wide receivers have been finding ways to get open, and they found ways to move the chains on really anything that's 3rd and 8 or longer. So that will move into Chandler territory. First and First and 10 from the 47 as Holes gets through the D-line and is able to get a 10-yard gain. Move the chains again for Keegan Holes. Another first down for the Bruins. We'll move him up to the 36-yard line. So 2 first downs in a row for the Bruins. New set of downs as they're inside 10 minutes of the third quarter. Hammond this time going to be in the shotgun with a plethora of receiving options. And they're going to keep it on the ground again to Holes. And he'll get another 4-yard gain. Keegan Holes coming out of the locker room with some energy, and he's pounding through the Chandler defense. 3-yard gain for Holes. Bring down 2nd and 7 for Cherry Creek. Cc going to join the Bruins offensive personnel as he comes off from the sideline. Cc O'Day out there with Kyer Johnston. And Chandler showing blitz again. They're going to bring it. Pocket collapsing. Hammond avoids the sack. Rolling out to the right side. Has a defender chasing him. Gonna let one go. Is it complete? No, it is not. Feet of, I believe, Cc cannot get down. And Julian Hammond does a good job avoiding the sack and then had a defender chasing him down. Rushed straight out of the pocket. Don't know why he didn't take that one himself. He probably could have gone a few yards, but nonetheless, we'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Bruins. So now 3rd and 7. Hammond stays so composed even when pocket's collapsing. So here we go, 3rd and 7 on the 33 for Cherry Creek. As Christian Hammond has plenty of time. Was brought down by what looked to be the collar of his jersey for a loss. And it's going to set up 4th and 11 after a 4-yard loss. And that's going to send out the Cherry Creek punt team. And let's see who's punting back there for the Bruins today. Not quite sure, but they're going to release it from right about the 50-yard line. A high punt. See if it can get a friendly bounce. It does. And will be stopped at the 15-yard line. So pretty good punt for the Bruins. Bone in the leg page. Let that one go. He got the snap from Brady Rads, the long snapper, special teams extraordinaire. So now Chandler will get a shot on offense to the first time. For the first time in the second half, they're going to begin their drive on the 15-yard line. .8:29 left to go in this third quarter, as it's going to be a handoff to Moore. Will be no gain on the play. Good play from the Cherry Creek defense, and getting in there was Patrice. Bring up 2nd and 10 after known gain. Wolves already looking to snap again. They like to play very, very fast, and that has been quite apparent. Tyler Tolbert calling out the defense as he's back there playing safety tonight. As a pass over the middle is complete and will move the chains for Chandler. As Vincent Buckles got that reception. And another reception, back-to-back completions for Chandler. This one will be a 8-yard gain. Will bring up 2nd and 2. Chandler up to the 34-yard line. They've already gained 20 quick yards on the drive. As they're going to hand this one off up the middle will be enough for another first down as they get up to the 40-yard line. Another 6-yard gain for Chandler. And Chandler just keeps pounding the rock on the ground. First and 10, now up to the 40-yard line. Bruins showing blitz on this one. They're going to bring it on. Purchase trying to make a move. Pass is tipped and get a fall incomplete. A diving effort made by Logan Brantley for the Bruins. And we'll bring up 2nd and 10 after a pretty good defensive play. Second and 10. Wolves still on the 40-yard line. They've got 4 receivers out there. As Holmes tried to take it himself, he could not. He's going to be sacked as 3 Bruins were in there right away. Bring him down to the 32-yard line. And going to bring up 3rd and 17 after the sack. Third down, 17. Wolves on their own 33. Looking to pass. Almost tipped. And receiver going to be brought down shy of the 40-yard line. Line to gains the 50. So it's going to bring up 4th and around 10, maybe 11. And here comes the Chandler punt team. So Cherry Creek defense finally comes up with an answer to Chandler's offense with just about halfway to go in the 3rd quarter. It looks like that they're going to get this one back as Holes is going to be back deep. So Hole's going to try to get this one back after the punt comes off from Chandler. And here it comes. This one, a good one right into the hands of Holes, who brings it in at the 28. Get a survey of the field, cut back towards the near side. Will spin and come up just shy of the 40, up to the 38-yard line. And the Bruins will get another crack on offense. So Bruins punted on their previous drive after they earned a couple first downs. So Bruins get the ball back, 5:41 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They're on their own 40-yard line. So toss to Holes on the right side. Will turn the corner and we'll get up to the 45 for a 5-yard gain. An athletic play from Keegan Holes. We'll bring down 2nd and 5 as Bruins get up to the 45, maybe the 46. It's between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 5. Second and 4. Holes with another handoff. This should be close to the first down. We'll see where he's marked. And they're going to mark him about 2 yards shy. So 3rd and 2 coming up for the Bruins as Holes just had back-to-back runs, and wouldn't be surprised if he got a 3rd one here. Third and 2 as Hammond's going to line up in the shotgun this time. High snap, he does control it, and he's going to be stopped after no gain on the play. And out comes the Bruins punt team. Could not convert on 3rd and 2. So somehow these guys can convert on like 3rd and 15 like it's nothing, and don't have an answer on 3rd and 2. So out comes the punt team again with inside 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. As Bowden back there to punt again. Wolves getting ready to receive on their own 10-yard line. And a good punt from Bowden is brought in at the 10, and the Bruins are going to wrap them up at about the 13. So a good punt backs up Chandler deep again. They started their previous drive on the 15. They're going to find themselves on the 12-yard line this time. So the Bruins defense is doing their role. Just it's gonna be some time before the Bruins get there, or before the Bruins find the end zone. But sooner than later, they're gonna get some more points on the board. Here we go, 1st and 10. Chandler gonna begin on their 12. Quick slant pass complete at the 20. All the way up to the 20, about 2-yard line. That's going to be a 10-yard gain and enough for a first down. So a new set of downs, 1st and 10 after the 10-yard completion. We're going to throw again. And this one going to be complete up to about the 25 or 6 for a 4-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 6. And we're going to have a timeout. We got an injured Bruin now. And you hope that too many guys aren't cramping out there tonight because of this heat. And that's all this really looks like it is a cramp. We're going to take a quick break here on CCSN Radio. Back with you on CCSN Radio. Blake Purchase was the run coming off the sideline. Looks like he's just cramping a little bit. He was quick to get up. And another run for Chandler. This one's going to some contact on the 30. Plow forward to the 32 or 33. And that's going to be enough for another Chandler first down. As another 1st and 10 for Chandler. We got a flag here. And false start going to be the call against the Wolves. That's going to set up 1st and 15 on their 29. So 1st and 15, 29 for Chandler. As play action, the throw going to be behind the receiver, will fall incomplete. Set up 2nd and 15 now. As Chandler trying to win their 40th consecutive game against these Bruins. Their goal this season to win their 6th consecutive state title, their 3rd consecutive in the open division. Shall they make that playoff bracket, which all things indicate that they will. They've got 2nd and 15 on the 29. As another quick pass in the flat, we'll get the 5 yards back from the false start. We'll bring up 3rd and long. Another chance for Cherry Creek to get the ball back. 3rd and 11 from the 33. Can the Bruins defense get a stop and get the offense back out onto the field? As Moore fakes the handoff. Rolls out to the near side. He's got a defender chasing him. Gets the pass off. It's a shovel pass. And he's going to be marked a yard shy. Moore did a spectacular job being able to escape that pocket and get the shovel pass off. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Chandler Wolves. Offense going to stay out there. Now this could be a huge stop if the Bruins can prevent them on 4th and 1. Fourth and 1 on the 43. And timeout, Chandler Wolves. It's going to be their first of the half. We're going to take a break on CCSN Radio. We'll be back with 4th down and 1 for the Chandler Wolves. Coming up for the Chandler Wolves, we welcome you back to CCSN Radio. 4th and 1 on the 43-yard line for Chandler. Bruins trying to stop them from converting and hopefully getting the ball back. And they get the run across the 45 up to the 46. So going for it on 4th down will pay off, and Chandler will earn themselves a new set of downs inside a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Bruins down by 10. First and 10 now for the 46. It's Moore gonna hand it off to Moore, and the Bruins are there to swallow it up. Their first was Logan Brantley, the outside linebacker again. And that's gonna bring up 2nd and 15 from the 41. 25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Wouldn't be surprised if they got another snap off. And Blake Purchase back in there. He just got stretched out on the sideline. As we now have 10 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if Chandler gets off another snap. And it doesn't look like they're going to. That brings us to the end of quarter number 3 here on CCSN Radio. Score has not changed. No action in that quarter. Your score after 3 quarters of play, Cherry Creek 7, Chandler 17. We're going to take our end of quarter break here on CCSN Radio. Welcome to the 4th quarter here on CCSN Radio as Chandler snaps it on 1st and 10. The receiver wide open at the 50, down to the 30, and inside to the 35. A 43-yard gain for Chandler. And that will flip the field as they get up to the Bruins 28. First and 10 now on the Bruins 28 are the Chandler Wolves. A handoff to Moore up the middle inside the 25. Should be a 3 or 4 yard gain to bring up second down. 2nd and 6. Second and 6 with Moore in the shotgun. Moore hands off to Moore, moving to his left and going to be brought down perhaps after a 1 yard gain. Should bring up 3rd and 5. Third and 4 for Chandler on the Bruins 22. This would be a good place to stop them. This would be a pretty long field goal from here if the Bruins are able to get the stop. 3rd and 4. It's Moore looking to pass. We have flags. False start going to be the call. 3rd and 4 should become 3rd and 9. And it will. So 3rd and 9. Coming up from the 27-yard line. It'd be a 50-yard field goal from this spot. 3rd and 9 is Moore going to drop back to pass. Purchase there with the pressure. Passes off and out of the hands. Going to fall incomplete. Bring up 4th and 9 for the Bruins. And now let's see what Chandler does. Looks like offense is going to stay on the field on 4th and 9. They're up 10. Offense going to stay on the field. 4th and 9. They're going for it. So on 4th and 9, Moore going to drop back, empty backfield, got the pressure coming, and he's going to go down for a sack. Turnover on downs as the Bruins sack the quarterback, Ethan Moore. Turnover on downs. So there's some momentum for the Bruins. That'll hype up the sideline. As really any sack always will. That's pretty good when you get to the opposing team's quarterback. And we'll bring up, Bruins will get the ball on the 36-yard line. So Bruins take on over back on offense. Hammond going to lead the Bruins back out on their own 36. Bruins force the turnover on downs. Hammond looking to his left. Quick pass complete to Kyle O'Day for about a 5-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 4 as O'Day on the quick out route. The Bruins haven't ran too many of those out routes, and that's where Chandler's found a lot of their success because Chandler's wide receivers are so quick that as soon as they get the ball, they're able to find space and get downfield. And we know that the Bruins have a fast team. I mean, Kyle O'Day is ranked 2nd in the state in the 100-yard dash. As Chandler showing blitz. They're going to bring it. But first it was a handoff to Tan as the edge rush was coming. And Tan's going to be able to get a couple of yards. We'll bring up 3rd and 2 or 3. We'll call it 3. And it looks like the Bruins may be bringing out their Rhino package as Purchase and Zelinkis both popped out there. And sounds similar to when they ran the Rhino last season because it was Gunk Zelinkis and Miles Purchase, not Blake Purchase. So let's see what happens. Bruins are going to be able to get the first down on the ground and more. So they bring in those defenders as Blake Purchase and Hank Zelinkis pay off. They're going to head off to the sideline. Some good work from the big boys, moving from defense to offense. Bring up 1st and 10 up to the 47. Bruins have some time, 9 minutes to go in the quarter. Hammond's going to be in the shotgun. And here comes the blitz. Hammond rolling out to the near sideline. And Hammond's going to get a couple-yard gain out of that of the pocket collapsing. Short gain on the play. Really got something out of nothing. We'll bring up 2nd and about 8. As the Bruins are on their own 49, almost in Chandler territory. Second and 8:49. And the Chandler band playing Firework right now. The Bruins could use some fireworks, I'll tell you that. And we have a flag. Play clock got to 0. Should be delay a game on the Bruins. Would back them up to 2nd and 13. And before the delay a game, false start actually going to be the call. Nonetheless, a 5-yard penalty will bring up 2nd and 13. Bruins will back up to their own 44-yard line. Second and 13, Hammond out there, empty backfield, 5 receiving options. As here comes the blitz, and he's going to go down. We have a flag, however. Hammond's going to go down for what was about an 8-yard loss. We'll see what the call is, though. Here's the call. It's going to be a foul against Chandler. May have been offsides. Looks like they're going to repeat 2nd down. Oh, okay. Call's going to be a legal substitution. So it's still going to go down as a loss for the Bruins. Not really sure what ends up happening. Nonetheless, 3rd and 17 on the 40. That penalty really didn't do anything to help the Bruins. As Hammond's back there alone once again. As he's got more pressure coming his way. Gets around one tackler. Ball's loose. Chandler's got it. And Chandler forces their 4th turnover of the game. Fumble recovery by the Wolves gets them the ball back with 8:04 left to go in the 4th. And they are in Bruins territory. So 1st and 10, 39 after the fumble recovery by the Wolves. Moore back there. And he's going to hand it off to Moore for a short gain. Excuse me, that one was Khalil Valentine. 3-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 7. As Pedsnertz was there on the tackle for the Bruins. So now 2nd and 7 on the 36. It's another handoff. This one going to be another short gain. Should bring up 3rd and about 5 or 6. And it looks like Ezron Rice's helmet popped off on that one, so he's going to head off to the sideline. So 3rd and 5 on the 34. If the Bruins could get a stop here, that would be big in terms of getting the ball back, as it's about 7 minutes remain in the 4th. As Moore's going to get another handoff, ball's loose, and Chandler jumps on top of it. So that's going to bring up 4th and 7 after the Bruins forced the fumble. Chandler going to stay out there on offense. They went for it last time on 4th down. Bruins got the stop. See if they can do it again. Fourth and 7. And 5 seconds on the play clock. Chandler will take a timeout. Looks like they were just trying to force the Bruins to jump off sides. We'll see after the timeout if they come out on the offense or with the punt team. You're listening to Cherry Creek Bruins football on CCSN Radio. Welcome back to Cherry Creek Bruins football on CCSN Radio. Wolves offense back out there on 4th and 7. They're going for it, letting one deep, and it's going to fall incomplete. Turnover on downs. Bruins going to get it back on their own 36 with just over half a quarter to go, down by 2 scores. They almost have to score on this drive right here if they want to be able to get the ball back and hopefully do it again, because they are down 2 scores. So we'll see what Dave Logan, Christian Hammond, and the rest of the Cherry Creek offense has dialed up on this one. Down by 10, 6 minutes to go. As O'Day comes to the bottom of the formation. Hammond out there with 2 receivers. Hammond looking to pass. Throw it to Holes, and he trips. And going to fall to 21, so the Bruins give themselves a loss there after Holes didn't quite get his footing right. Loss of 5 will bring up 2nd and 15.